So the tire was completely shredded. It was like one strip of rubber around a rim. And I drove for like, I don't know, a mile, more than a mile. Well, no, once I heard that noise, I think I heard something and thought it was a flat tire, and then I think it got, it ripped, so it made even more noise, and then I knew it was a tire, and then that was the noise it started making when the whole tire was, there was no air left in the tire. It was just one big strip of rubber wrapped around the rim. And then I went to Jiffy Lube, and they could have very easily put my spare tire on for me. I could have put my spare tire on for me. Instead, they said, do you have AAA? Call AAA. Like, they didn't even want to look at the car. They didn't want to ask me what the problem was. They didn't want to have anything to do with me. They said, sit in our air-conditioned lobby and call AAA. So I used the AAA phone number first. It took a while. They sent me a link. I didn't want to use the link. Then I called them on the phone. They sent me another link by text. It was supposed to track my location, but it wouldn't work. Then I used the app. No, I used the link. And I submitted a request, and after I submitted the request, I realized that it thought I was in Kansas. And then I canceled that request and started a new request, and it knew exactly where I was. The address. I didn't put the address in. So the first time it thought I was in Kansas. Second time it knew exactly where I was. It said the guy would be there in 59 minutes. Then it said the guy would be there in 35 minutes. And the guy was actually there in 20 minutes. So very nice, very quick. Already paid for with AAA. So, that seems like a good company to deal with. To pay, I don't know how much it is for a year's worth of service if you need it. And then, of course, we've got the other company that we're talking about, which is Jiffy Lube. It seems like their goal is to just get you in there for an oil change or whatever it is you think you need, and then convince you that you need more. So there was a guy in there, customer in there, who drove into Jiffy Lube because that's where he was when he needed help. He was close by, just like me. They were kind of close when I needed a tire. They were kind of close to him when his car started smoking. Or he was kind of close to them. So they told him, oh, it might be the hose that connects to the radiator, or it might be the radiator itself. We can't really tell, but you should be prepared for the higher bill. So they showed him a bill for a couple hundred or something. Then they showed him a bill for 1,000 or something. They're like, oh, you should be prepared just in case. So we both think that they're just going to give him the higher bill no matter what. But then we said, well, how can these people sleep at night? We're pretty sure there are lots of businesses where people upsell. You come in for something and they try to sell you more. But the thing about cars is they can act like you need it. Like the car's gonna break without it. And we don't know. But could they actually sleep at night knowing all you needed was a hose, but having sold you a hose and a radiator? Can they actually sleep at night? So it's one thing if they can say, oh, this maintenance issue, like you should change a filter every year. And so they're like, oh, it's almost time to change your filter. If they say that every single time, no matter if the filter's dirty or not, it is at least something that you're gonna need eventually. But you're not gonna need a radiator eventually. You might need a radiator, you might not. So are they actually selling stuff that you don't need? Or are they just selling stuff of whatever they can get away with? But they had absolutely no intention of helping me with my flat tire. And of course, that's why I went there. Because they might not sell tires, but they could put my spare on. They can lift the car up on a lift. They can take the lug nuts off and put the new one on, the spare on. But they didn't even consider doing that. So I think it's because if they had done that, I might have given them a $10 tip, and they don't think that's worth their time. That's what I think. But he could have very easily said, well, we have a $50 charge for lifting the car up on the lift and $15 for putting the spare on. And then I probably would have just paid it, even though it seemed ridiculous. But what are the choices? Getting your car towed is money and time. And if you just pay him more than it's worth to fix the car, then you don't have to get it towed and fix the car. So they could have got some money out of me, but they didn't get any money out of me. But yet, I'm thinking that they're the rip-off company, whereas AAA, which did get money out of me a while back, seems like they just handled the problem quickly and easily and inexpensively. Because if I had paid to fix it and tow it, it would have been more than I paid them for a whole year of AAA, I think, or at least 6 months of it. Anyway, so I've got these different business models of making money. Now I'm headed to the tire place, and they're gonna sell me a tire, right? So unlike AAA that takes money whether I use their service or not, you're kind of buying peace of mind like insurance. These people will sell me something, and they won't oversell. At least they usually don't. And we'll find out. So I'm back on the road, driving perilously, and have a good one, everybody.